Hey guys.
Okay, let me start off this video by saying I think I'm in this point of my YouTube career where I torture myself for your personal entertainment. So if you like, comment and subscribe, and let's get into the topic. Now, while growing up, I kind of missed out on Switched at Birth. I mean, when was it released? Like 2015 or something like that? Nah, it was 2011 when it was first aired in the US. I think it came out later in Germany, like a year later. Not that long, I believe. Anyway, my point is, and I never really got the chance to watch it because one, I'm still straight, I believe, and second, it wasn't really to my tasting or anything, and I don't know, had other shows to watch and was more interested in other stuff. Anyway, this year and quite recently, I managed to watch the first couple of episodes because I was like, okay, it's time to check it out, what it's about. And from my perspective, I can say I don't really get the appeal, but it must have had something because it aired for 5 seasons, so there has to be something. The characters are not that likable, the main kind of characters. Also, I don't know how old Katie Leclerc was at that point. She plays one of the daughters, but she just looks so old compared to Vanessa Marano, who plays the other main character, Bay. And so for me, it was hard to take in, okay, she's supposed to be a high schooler. I mean, this was also the point where we kind of got past of people in their mid-20s playing people who are supposed to be teenagers. I would say that 2012, 2011, that was already the point where people started to get annoyed of actors in their mid-20s or 30s playing teenagers. But yeah, there's this suspension of disbelief you have to have when you're watching TV shows, and that kind of took me out of it. You know, that stretched it really far. To the story, at the beginning, the girl by Kanish, played by Vanessa Marano, who I knew sounded familiar because a couple of times in my Instagram, her sister Laura showed up, and I was like, I'm supposed to know that name. And now I know why I know the name. It's because of her elder sister Vanessa. Anyway, getting totally sidetracked, and not just to stretch the limit of this video. Trust me, I do not intend to stretch this video. Bay Kanish complains that she doesn't look similar to her parents and that she wants some kind of confirmation because she is so unlike to the rest of her family. And as it turns out, she was switched at birth, title of the show, and that they raised a completely different child. And from there on goes on to explore how a family can work when they have traded daughters practically and getting back into their life. But at least in the first couple of episodes I watched, the parents were quite unlikable. The main characters are quite unlikable, except for the side characters. And I think Daphne is okay, but both moms are annoying. The dad is somewhat annoying, but he's okay mostly. And that's just such a problem when the side characters are so much more interesting than the supposed main characters. I don't know, it must have had something. I didn't really see the appeal. That isn't to say that it's terribly produced. It looks nice, it's well acted for the most part, and in no claim I wanna disrespect anybody who worked on a show, because even in a product that is sort of mediocre or inoffensive, there's still a lot of work, and you have to appreciate it. They also did a lot of research on deaf people, and it's nice to have a character, although I don't believe Katie Leclerc is actually deaf, which you don't need to be, or you don't need to have the aspects of the character to play a character. I mean, that's why it's called acting. And yeah, I think it's really nice to have a character who's disabled in that case, and to show that there's more, that's not all just picture perfect or abled. I myself am autistic, and so far representations of autistic people have not been that true in TV shows. And when it's done, for example, in what was it called, Atypical, the character was still not perfect, more like a stereotype and more annoying, and the least enjoyable part of it. There's no chance that I will watch the first season completely for a future video because there are 30 episodes and every episode is like 40 minutes, which accumulates to a lot of time that I'm not able to count because I'm bad at math. But you can do the math and it checks out. Also, I don't really like the characters that much, and maybe they get better, that's my hope, but it isn't enough for me to keep invested. There's not enough alcohol or time in this world for me to watch that show. Maybe I would watch it with someone else, but alone it's really like a chore, and I do not want to feel like YouTube is my job. I want to keep it as my hobby. As I've said a couple of times, But now that I said what I liked and what I didn't like, I'm gonna not drag this video any longer and finish here. If you like this video, it's short, it's a time filler till I get something more interesting. I'm gonna talk about the Moon Knight show too. As soon as it's done, I can already tell you I didn't really like the third episode. And yeah, that's gonna be it. If you like what I do, if you like the style that I presented with, keep subscribed. Tell me in the comments how wrong or right I am. And yeah, be sure to be invested further in my channel. Next month should also roll around the next podcast episode. I also have prepared another music EP that's gonna be dropping on my SoundCloud soon. Just plugging all that shit. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram account where I will drop soon another post too. And yeah, I hope you have a good day and be good people.
Okay, fuckity bye.